all the cafes that I've created are a place that I would want to have a cup of coffee in. Going back into the downtown right now, is there a risk in going there? Yeah. It's like, I know the size of the espresso machine and we know where it's going. Let's go see where we're at here. All right, we kind of had an idea where everything's going. We gotta get the equipment on and start getting things heated up, bringing fridges in. Here's health inspector now. I put my heart into this business every single day. I had no idea it would lead to 7 stores and a whole different world. Well, we got a few actual things happening today. We're gonna be stopping at 360 Portage Avenue. It's a new cafe space that we're gonna be opening up. We're meeting with some of the designers for equipment placement on the bar. It's like, I know the size of the espresso machine. That's straight from, we know where it's going. So all that gives us is how much space between the till and where the espresso machine starts. Every time it's like an open canvas for these spaces. The spaces is over 7,000 square feet. So it's the first time we're ever doing a shared space, but I think it's gonna be amazing with more vendors in there, bringing more people in there for a bunch of different offerings. Yeah, so what I see is that this is gonna be wall coming out here, full exposure across here for face-to-face service here, a living wall beside us here, and then it'll incorporate us into this whole space. We're cautious about it because going back into the downtown right now, is there a risk in going there? Yeah, but there's a lot of new buildings downtown. There's a lot of offices down there. It's gonna be a space that's gonna be required for just getting a break away from the office. It'll be like a little place of peace and tranquility in the busy downtown. But they say it's location, very important. You want lots of window exposure, you want window seating, because that's that feel you get when you're in a coffee house. You love watching the world go by. Every store has its own real character to it. Come on in. Even if it's a small space where you don't have a ton of room, you can still create an amazing experience. The way it's set up, the way the barista can engage, and the way they can communicate with you. It's been a fantastic way to get started in having a brick and mortar store. This is a way to market the way we have cafes and engage with our customers. So we really set precedence with this store, creating coffee, community, and engagement with our customers. So this was the original. This business originated as an office coffee business. That changed because a lot of those offices that we were providing to, people started to go home. So I remember that day laying people off and driving around and turning off 40% of our customers' equipment. I had no idea. So I opened up the laptop, went and I created an e-commerce website. We got on social media, we started running it, but constantly got the question, where can we go try this coffee? So we felt a need, we had to open up a brick and mortar storefront. It was obviously challenging. It was the quickest and the longest year of my life, that first year. There was only 3 of us on. It was 2 baristas and myself, but it gave us a place that people could come in, we could control the experience, we can control the recipe of the coffee. So that's how that kind of originated. Because people think we're just brick and mortar stores, but really we started as a roasting and wholesale distribution. Guys, we're gonna be working here.
Yeah, sorry.
We're at that Kinsman event right now. It's at Eastview Church. There's a large group of Sunday school teachers. So we're there all morning. One more pot and we'll go, guys. Okay, we're here. You grab that second. Yeah. When we can get involved with different events, we choose to do that. Very much so, because these are the people that come in and support you. So if you can support them back by doing things in the community, giving back wherever you can, if you can do that and provide to that community and get that exposure out there, the whole community benefits from it. When I first built this espresso bar, I was thinking, well, how am I gonna make this work? So I just bought a cabinet. I bought like a little shelf, right, and put it together. So then I ended up buying a countertop, right? Seeing what size works, and I had to cut it down because I needed to fit into an elevator. I didn't even think of that, right? It's nice seeing it come together and actually work, so. Sorry, you can have my spot, yeah. I'm not in line. No, I'm not in line. The storefront had grown fairly quickly because of the brand recognition we're getting out there. But our biggest challenge was how to grow, how to scale to opening our second store. This cafe really taught us how to grow with staff in multiple locations. It's a beginning of a growing trend on how to start to delegate and how to do things totally differently than just trying to take everything on yourself. It looks totally different from the day one when I came in here. This store here was just white walls, no power, no water source, no drains. Our team grew dramatically, not just from barista standpoint, but from our leadership team. Our leadership team evolved out of this store because I had a tough time relinquishing just certain jobs that I felt I had to be in control of. Yeah, it's all on your shoulders and it always will be, and you have to understand that, but you gotta put trust in other people. The next few stores actually got easier, and it sounds weird because the more the team grew and the more I had to delegate. This was a pre-existing space here, so lots of traffic. Totally different vibe than our typical cafe. This space, we just opened this year. It's a quick grab-and-go place, but we're still able to, even in a small space, incorporate our espresso with our pastries. Truly, I want it to be a teacher. Coffee, you're still passing on information, you're passing on stories. My team is so fantastic. They see what my vision is, they're on board with it, they buy into it. I don't know how I got blessed with such amazing people. I'm always in the trenches with my team, being able to get behind bar, make coffee, engage directly with the patrons that come in is probably the best part of my day. We do this weekly with our coffees. Cupping process for these coffees is just for quality control and consistency, maintaining our quality. And even though we know what we're gonna get out of this, we still pick the odd bag and we do this cupping just so when we bring this coffee to your door, we know exactly what you're gonna get in it. So first we're gonna break the crust here. We're gonna open it up and it's gonna let off a ton of aroma. So now once we broke the crust, Ina's going around and just taking off a lot of the top crema. She wants to take that off. You don't want to be drinking that. Just cleaning it up for tasting next. You really want to get a loud slurping sound and you really want to cover the coffee over your palate. So when you're slurping the coffee, you're taking a small amount and you're really just making it sound as beautiful as possible. Really, when Ina and I are going around the table, we don't really talk about what we find here because we don't want to influence each other on what we're tasting, especially with new coffees. And I really want her opinion, what she gets out of it. And then we sit down and we have our conversation after and we go over. And then the debate happens on how we can make it better, how we can do things better. We're constantly trying to get to that perfect cup of coffee. Okay.
If you wish, we'll move machine somewhere.
Yeah, we'll put it over by the light a little more.
Close to the,
Yeah. 2, 3, 1. This took a long trip across the ocean to get here. Good, you? This machine is got independent dual boilers, so each head can get set to different temperatures. It varies by point of a degree as opposed to a couple degrees on temperature when extracting. And yes, it pulls espresso just like any other machine you're gonna have, but the quality and the attention to detail and just the aesthetic presence, along with all the power inside this unit, creates amazing coffee. When Hydro opens, this will be the centerpiece on that coffee bar. Location at Hydro, we're tentatively opening it at the end of May. We're just waiting on construction and materials that are coming in. So it's been delayed already once. So it's up in the air, but we're hoping for early summer, late spring of this year.
Oh, did you just open this today?
Like this morning, like an hour. Yeah, well, so welcome. We're still working for our hydro opening. Our opening date within the next 3 to 4 weeks. We're anticipating to be in there, just because it's been delayed with delays of building permits. Our mill work took a while to get in. Now everything's arriving and it's on pace. How are you guys? Good to see you. Opening a cafe is stressful enough as it is, but doing two at the same time, never been done. So this is all new territory for us again. Time will tell if it's gonna work, but hope for the best. Let's go see where we're at here. All right. This is kind of exactly what I envisioned. The way the designers incorporated this ceiling for this space, it's very, very cool. We kind of had an idea where everything's going, but we got to make it work. We got to bring it in. We got to bring in water lines. We got to get the equipment on and start getting things heated up, bringing fridges in. Then we got to do a full inventory. So we're gonna have to bring a couple team members in. That is everything from paper products, to-go products for foods, utensils, bowls, mixers, blenders, cinnamon holders, chocolate holders. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. Hey guys, good morning. How you doing? So health inspector comes in, I guess 20 minutes, no, whatever, what time is it, 10 o'clock. 20 minutes. Let's get some coffee going. We'll make an espresso. It's not open, I'm just saying hi.
Okay. Oh.
You're like, who's this guy? We open Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday.
Wednesday, well, we have the health inspector today, so we're doing a walkthrough to get the permits. And then if we get permits today, we're hopefully tentatively next Wednesday, soft opening. So far, this machine has made maybe a half dozen when I first put it in. So really today we're gonna be setting doses, programming the shot buttons for extraction. So we'll be dialing in our espresso and programming the preset shot buttons on the espresso machine.
Yeah. Can I come? Yeah. Okay. Let me just see. That's okay. I expect.
Because you guys had a bunch here.
Filling a sector I dropped.
Oh, there's health inspector there. I assume it's the cage area, right, where we have the espresso bar now. The cage, yeah.
Well, it's all in the.
I need to place put cups and stuff, right? Big hoping that there's nothing else that needs to be done, and then it can prolong the opening day, because you're getting excited. You want to start to draw traffic in. So, what was expected then for us? She says we're good, and then she says we're not. So, just the cove baseboards along the slat wall, and the hand washing.
Yeah, you guys gotta get your soap dispensers on.
Yeah.
Whatever. You guys are providing children
I'll leave it here for now. Oh, in the back room there, I put a bunch of them.
We'll leave the pergaments later. I will order for next week.
What?
Pergaments.
Put it on top of the
Just
ice
to
machine for
cover
now?
that.
Oh, over there.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hook it up later today.
Yes,
So you could put a cap on it and shut it. It has to stay there because it's a nut that connects it to the main piping. Today we're awaiting our final health inspection. Even though we think we've got everything right and ready, there's always some last minute odds and ends that we're trying to put together here. So yeah, we're just waiting for the final blessing, and then we're opening the doors. Here's health inspector now. Yeah, we're gonna take everything off and then. Yeah, that's not gonna work for us where the cups are.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I need some sort of holder or something.
Yeah.
But this counter space that we had tons of space, and once I bring stuff in, there's zero space again.
So you're
I'll
gonna
figure out the cup thing. Can I put that sign out?
wait.
You got a big arrow. Look at the arrow. Which way? This way.
Wait. I just wanna. I'm waiting for her to test it out.
Oh, okay. You guys want to use the Ecolab sanitizer instead of our own that we have?
Sanitizer?
Yeah, it's right there on the wall. Oh, it's done.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I'm just waiting for strips. To check that.
I want to see it. Okay, let me grab your permit.
Yeah. You can't take things too personal. And having said that, I take everything personal because really I put my name on it and I put my heart into this business every single day.
It's official?
Yeah, it's official, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy. They always say if you find something you love, you'll never work a day in your life, which I think is ridiculous. I say if you find something you love, and you'll never work harder at anything else in your life. Yeah, months and months of designing, and this is like when the first few minutes of being open. Yeah, now we can actually have a coffee and take a step back for a second and let our teams do what they do. One coffee tree produces 2 pounds of coffee a year. It goes from sourcing, cultivating that tree, to harvesting it at the right time, to depulping it and going through the process, to getting cleaned, dried on sunbeds, in turn going through packaging and sealing, shipping it to Winnipeg, which took a ton of effort just to get it there, into our roaster, dialing it in, roasting, degassing, bringing it in our bar, adjusting our equipment with heat to the proper coarseness setting, to the amount of water going through, and then finally to passing that cup across to you. So what goes into it? Hours and hours of labor. I guess when you're passionate about it, you love it. It's truly an amazing drink with a history of so many people, and we just get it here, and it's what allows us to enjoy it here.
Thanks so much for watching this episode of What Do You Do? I just want to give a huge thank you to Jason and everyone in the Colosimo team for allowing us to make this episode. While filming this, it was actually the first time that I had ever tried coffee. So to commemorate that, we made this beautiful What Do You Do mug. So if you're the kind of person that loves a cup of joe in the morning, that's for you. Okay, stay curious and I'll see you in the next one.